David just stole a little something, and he was made into a beggar's chicken while he was still alive. His whole body was covered in mud, only his mouth left free to breathe. The bamboo skewer turned, and soon the smell mixed with screams drifted over, making the natives around shout excitedly. His friend had it even worse. That man was nailed tightly to the ground. Then someone threw a small earthworm into the fire pit. As soon as the earthworm sensed the danger from the fire, it actually burrowed straight into the man's mouth, then slowly crawled out from his back. When David, who was nearby, saw this, he was already sweating heavily from fear. He would be the next one. Then David was dragged out into the wild. To torture him slowly, the chief first shot an arrow 500 meters away. Once David ran out of the arrow's range, the chief immediately sent warriors to chase him. At this moment, a tribesman set his sights on David's gold ring. When he couldn't pull it off, he wanted to chop David's hand off, but the chief stopped him in a hurry and said, "David is already a sure catch. We might as well boost the tribe's morale right now." No one noticed that the way the natives looked at David had already changed. After David was let go, he looked back every step of the way, unable to believe he could leave. As they watched him walk away, the natives didn't care at all, and no one said a word that the prey label had already been switched to someone else. Soon, the first warrior charged out. David was strong, but he couldn't stand the extreme heat in Africa. That native's feet were like they had little motors on them, and he was right behind David in no time. When the warrior saw David was almost out of strength, he was eager to make a contribution and threw his spear. David grabbed a weapon from the ground smoothly, turned around, and struck back with a surprise attack, stabbing the enemy to death instantly. A father in the distance rushed over right away, but it was too late when he got there. His son had already stopped breathing. At this moment, the son's older brother also ran over as fast as he could. He didn't cry, he just glanced at his brother's body, gripped his spear tightly, as if making up his mind, and a new chase began right away. David was already at the end of his rope, and he was almost out of energy. The black native behind him stuck to him like glue. Just when David was about to hold on no longer, the situation suddenly changed. The black native had a sudden heart attack, spat out a mouthful of blood on the ground, and died right away. David watched for a moment. When he saw there were no pursuers, he finally slowed down. He found a smooth rock and lay down to rest, but he didn't notice that a native was approaching step by step along his footprints, and the tip of the native's spear was almost showing. David had no idea about the approaching danger.